probably my phone. I'm on my phone a lot, which is obviously to do with work as well. But yeah, I think everyone is like that with their phones now, aren't they? Like, I just can't imagine like back in the day when I had that Motorola. Now you've just got everything on your phone. So yeah. So before I was an artist, I worked as a designer. I went to art college, and my tutors were basically like, if you want to be an artist, then prepare to be poor for the rest of your life, which I think people kind of assume or sort of say to you. So they kind of steered me into a career direction, and I always loved fashion, so I was like, oh, fashion design will probably be fun, so I'll give that a go. And then I went to uni, did fashion design, got a job in fashion, but it was never as creative as I wanted it to be. So it is creative in a way, but it's not as like expressive. Yeah, after working there for 7 years, I sort of decided that it wasn't exactly what I wanted to do, and I thought I need to give this a go. And obviously with social media now, it was like a really good opportunity to kind of get my work out there in front of people and kind of see how it was received. So I'd come home from work and just do sketching and put it on Instagram, and it was being well received. So I was like, oh, this is something I really want to do, and I was like researching other people that did that, and I spoke to my husband and I was like, I really want to give this a go. So yeah, I built up my Instagram following a bit, and then left my job in 2017. Yeah, set up my website, set up my Etsy shop. It's been about a year and a half, and I've been selling prints and doing commissions and stuff mainly through Instagram. I would say anything really that I see, like obviously with my fashion background, fashion does influence my work quite a bit still. Biggest inspiration probably like when I was at school doing my GCSEs, I went to the Saatchi Gallery and saw the Triumph of Painting exhibition, and it was just amazing. Like I was in awe of the paintings and just how it made me feel, and I just thought, you know, this is just really inspiring. It's how like I want to express myself. I was never very good at like talking and like expressing how I felt, or I was always a bit scared to like say what I wanted to say to people. So I felt that like drawing and art was like the outlet that I felt like I always wanted to use. So yeah, I suppose like the artists there that I really loved was Peter Doig and Marlene Dumas. Like I loved their work and the figurative like stories they tell, and like the expression and stuff through the painting is kind of that sort of thing that really inspires me. The work's quite free in that kind of theme wise I kind of focus on just images. I suppose like all of the portraits I do are like predominantly female, and it's kind of like a reflection of myself, or how I'd like an attitude or how you want to be portrayed, and it's kind of like, or an emotion that I'm feeling, or something that like a vibe that I just want to capture in an image. But yeah, I'm quite free in that I don't do loads of like studies or anything before a painting. I'll just kind of like have an idea and then just go with it and hope for the best and hope that it works, kind of thing. But yeah, like my painting style as well is very like fluid. I use like mixed media really, so like acrylics and ink are like my favourites. Just like the way the paint is quite energetic, I suppose, and like yeah, loose and free. And then I might add like pastels or chalks and stuff. And then on a couple of my pieces I do like gold foiling, and then I'll create a print from that. And one of my prints I do hand finished gold foil on as well. I usually like plan out my day, so I'll write a list of all the things that I want to do that day, or things that I need to do. Do probably some admin stuff, and then I go to the gym every day. So about 10 in the morning I'll go to the gym, come back, and then have something to eat, and then I'll just get on with like either painting or research, or picking up prints, posting out orders, things like that, packaging up prints. Yeah, my favourite days are when I just got a day full of like painting. So yeah, favourite painting is probably Blue Woman, which is what I named my exhibition after. I had like quite a lot of inspiration from the Gucci Autumn Winter collection. They had like these gold sculptural ears, and I did like a illustration Golden Gucci Girl as well, which has got the gold foil ear and that on, and I looked up to the inspiration from their collection, which was this project called Fashion Fiction, and it was like from the 60s, and it was like a photo shoot for Vogue, and someone made like these gold sculptural ears. So then Blue Woman, I was like, I want to do like a big painting that's got like quite a focus on the ear, and also have like quite an interesting perspective. So I had her like laying down, like, and that was a reference to Marlon Dumas's Stern, which is one of my favourite paintings. And then it was quite like an exploration of how the paint kind of reacted. So I did a lot of like pouring water with ink and then just having like marbly kind of effects, and it just all like went really right. So it's like, it was really fun painting to do because I didn't really struggle with it. It just kind of went, whereas other paintings sometimes you have to like force a bit, or like you're really like working hard at an area and it's just not working. This one kind of just all worked, and yeah, it's my favourite one. So obviously I wanted to do my solo show, and I needed like the funding obviously to do it, because a lot of people ask me for commissions of their friends or themselves and stuff. So it's like, if I do like a painting every day for 50 days, and then have the Instagram community could also send me like photos as inspiration. So people were sending me pictures going, oh, I've wanted to have a commission done, but like I did, these paintings were selling for £100 each one, whereas commissions are usually more than that. So it was like an opportunity for people to like get that, and also like I wanted the challenge to be, so it was like 50 faces of like just anybody. So it was a mix of like models and then just like normal people, just images that I find on Pinterest and stuff. And basically you could get the piece by being the first one to comment or DM me. And I was obviously really nervous because I was like, oh, what if none of them sell? If no one wants them, then it's really not worth it, it's a bit embarrassing. But the first one sold like really quickly, and then like some of them were selling in like seconds, like people were like missing out by like a second and stuff. And I managed to sell I think 35 of them on Instagram, and it was like really fun painting like something new every day. And it was also like really good practice. Well, I went to Roy's Art Fair the last two shows, and yeah, it was just really good. Like I wanted to obviously take part in an art fair, and I got to speak to a lot of artists, and everyone kind of said it was a really good one. You get a lot of support, and because it's artist run, it's like just a really nice atmosphere. Yeah, I was going to say, I think I applied to it before but didn't get in, but this time I got in. So yeah, no, I was really happy to get in, and it's obviously my first art fair, so really excited.